Welcome viewers. It's gone downhill since then. Meghan Markle entered the royal family as a Z-list actress, not as a royal daughter-in-law. Stay tuned, this video explains all. Please, if you are new to my channel, take a moment to press the subscription button below and the notification bell for the latest news. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Meghan never really desired to spend her life with Harry in the UK, and the facts show that we're correct, but in an interview after they got engaged, Meghan stated that she was looking ahead to helping Harry with his work and being by his side. If, in reality, she intended to leave as soon as possible, that was a big fat lie right off the bat, and everything has gone downhill since then. But even if Meghan had not lied during the interview and had truly intended to stay in the UK, there are several limits that Meghan would have found extremely vexing. For example, the royal family never gets involved in politics during her reign. The late Queen remained neutral from the time Winston Churchill was Prime Minister in the early 1950s, when she first came to the throne, until her death, and parliamentary parties have shifted from the right to the left and back again. However, the Queen realized how critical it was for her to remain neutral. The late Queen was just human, so I'm sure she made comments in private, but it's not like she can be portrayed as preferring one party over the other, even if she did disagree with their stance. Close members of the royal family do not vote in elections for the same reason. It is critical that the royal family remain neutral, they should not take sides, and Meghan would not have appreciated that one bit because it would have meant she could not support Black Lives Matter or any other group with political ambitions. It would have also been necessary for Meghan to attend State Penguin's other formal occasions, and she won't have been allowed to share her personal views, regardless of how much she despises the individual whose presence is being celebrated. For example, the Queen needed to entertain numerous dictators, including the dictators of Romania and Zimbabwe. And I'm sure she considered their views and behavior repugnant, but when she hosted an event in their honor, she acted as if they were the most amazing people in the world. It would also be vital for Meghan to be charming and courteous of others. Even if she thought the individuals she met and sat next to boring, Harry would not have been able to pull her away from any other event the way he did from King Charles's garden party. Because she complained after 20 minutes that she was bored, Meghan Markle would have required to learn how to be a courteous person, how to act appropriately, how to behave like a person in a senior position within the royal family. She would have needed to learn when to be silent in order to be heard, as well as not to have any particular ambitions other than doing her best within the family and attempting to adapt to social conventions. If she wasn't busy performing royal duties, she could have done whatever she wanted, but she wouldn't have been allowed to express her personal opinions. In fact, looking back and considering her history, I'd be hard-pressed to find anyone less suitable for life as a member of the royal family than Markle. What some people fail to realize is that even though we are Americans, most of us have a great deal of respect for Her late Majesty. When Her Majesty granted permission for them to marry, most people thought, "Oh Meghan, please don't mess this up and make us look bad." She also labeled the criticism as racist. Meghan's skin color had nothing to do with the problems you encountered, manners and lack of respect were your problem, and there is one very surprising fact that remains, which is that prior to marrying into the royal family, everything is carefully explained so Meghan won't be surprised by anything. I can't help but question why someone would want to begin on such an experience if they were so opposed to the basic procedures and expectations. After all, the problems shouldn't have existed in the first place. But the late Queen, as head of the family and head of state, I'm sure she's seen it all before, so I don't think she let herself to be upset by much, but naturally as a mother and grandmother, she'd simply want her family members to be happy. Unfortunately, Meghan Markle expressed her personal opinions on abortion on a royal trip to Ireland of all places, and that's because Meghan Markle had this hidden agenda the entire time, and today social justice cancel culture world, what an accomplishment it would be to shame, humiliate, and forever damage the British monarchy. I hate to say it, but I wish the late Queen had the ability to veto that marriage. I mean, considering how loud she was in the past and how she supported certain causes, I'm amazed that wasn't a red flag to the late Queen. Meghan began plotting her escape almost as soon as she met Harry. She was creating websites, hiring PR firms, and so on. I wish the late Queen would have put Meghan in her place a little more. It's such a shame Harry did not completely leave the royal family and then get married as just an ordinary citizen, and now the citizens of Britain are hearing the two of them married 3 days prior to the £1 million fiasco wedding. At the wedding, it is customary for the groom and bride's families not to sit together, and Meghan made the choice that only her mother would be allowed to attend the wedding. The royal family had no say in the matter. I'm guessing Gloria was briefed on what was going to happen ahead of time and consented to everything. And she was led out by Prince Charles. I also don't think walking in a procession makes Harry and Meghan any less important. The Queen was always supposed to go first, followed by Prince Philip when he was present, Charles and Camilla, William and Kate, and Harry and Meghan. That would make them the fourth most important individuals in the family if they were working members, and Harry and Meghan could have been delighted since everyone else in the country would have been behind them, but only if all four leading royals were present. When they were on their own, of course, they would have gotten to go first, because it's not a lowly position at all. Harry brought the Invictus Games to Bali, and he was appointed president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, a huge honor bestowed upon him by the late Queen. Meghan also had 4 pages for herself, one of which was for the Commonwealth Universities Association, so she could have had her job while traveling around the world with Harry, and depending on the way things went, she could have had many more. They might have traveled around the world in first class. And they would have had so many incredible opportunities to do good for others, but they didn't want to, and that was their choice. They decided to leave that life and go off and seek some money. At this moment, they have no money to offer to their charitable causes. If you ask me, they've simply gone insane. Meghan will never agree to follow protocol because she will do anything she wants. Being in the spotlight as a royal afforded her international exposure, which was far superior to being a D-list cable TV celebrity. And, by the way, Meghan Markle is not a brilliant actor. I mean, her career went nowhere and Suits was coming to an end, so she had no choice but to look for another victim who could offer her a luxurious lifestyle without needing to work at all. I am not sure what she's going to do now. I don't know what she's going to do once she dumps Harry because she's way too old for yachting. I don't think she could go on a show and handle a briefcase like she used to. And what do you think of Meghan Markle? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.